Okay, my brothers, welcome back. Welcome back to the sisters that support the channel. You know what I'm saying? Much appreciated. Today I'm going to do, a series, right? I'm going to break down the characteristics of being a high value man. Well, review them rather. Now, what I'm going to be reviewing comes from a guy that sells books on this. He gives seminars on this. This is what he does. In fact, I'm going to go over to his webpage right now so you can see him. This is not coming from me. This is coming from him. His site is called The Power Moves. Fly with the Eagles. You see it right there. I didn't make this up. You see his name right there. You see his credentials. He holds a master's degree. He works for the Department of Communication and Sociology Research. He's a member of the American Psychology Association. He studies psychology, persuasion, social and dating strategies. And this is what he does. So this is not coming from me. I wanted to make that clear. This is not coming from me. This is coming from him. And to his credit, nothing he said in there was talking about money or income, and he never talked about how you need to dress. To his credit. So right there, you have a disconnect between some of the things that y'all have been given as to what makes you a high value man. All these dudes wearing purple suits, you know, hard shoes with no socks and all this kind of stuff. None of that stuff makes you a high value man. And y'all know I've been saying this from the beginning. But I have nothing wrong with the concept of you wanting to be a man of high standards. That's my way of saying it. You know, if you want to say high value, I'm cool with that. But I have nothing, I have no beef with that, man. Every man should want to be a man of high value, high standards, high social worth. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily net worth, not necessarily high social monetary worth. But every man should want to be a man of value from within. I got no beef with that. So, but today I'm going to break this down. And before I do so, let me check my manners. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Hit the bell icon to receive notifications when I drop more videos. Y'all got to support the realest channel on YouTube, man. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I don't know what y'all afraid of. I don't know who y'all think gonna pop out the woodwork on you or something like that. Listen, I'm only here to help. You know what I'm saying? I'm only here to help. So I'm going to break this down. You see the donation information. I won't even bother getting into that right now. I'm going to break down this high value man stuff. And the first thing I noticed on that was emotional intelligence. He starts off with emotional intelligence. That's actually, let me go to his thing so you can see this yourself. This is how his article starts off. You see his name is right here, right? Say the 10 traits of high value men with examples. I'm going to skip his examples. I'm going to do it myself. You got a guy here reading a business magazine in a suit. And like I said, that's the images they like putting out there. But to his credit, he said nothing about any of that kind of stuff in the lessons, right? So let's get to the first thing. The very first thing you see right here is emotional intelligence. The man has to be emotionally intelligent. What does that mean, Brother Kush? Let me go back to the slide. I thought that was interesting that was the first thing he came out the gate with. Because one of the complaints I've had on here on YouTube that I try to get you brothers to understand is that I don't hear nobody talking about the self. I hear nobody talking about character. I hear nobody talking about virtues, morals, ethics, none of these kinds of things that really make you a good person, that really make you a person of high value. You don't hear anybody talking about these things. Well, to this guy's credit, the first thing he comes out the gate with is emotional intelligence. If you want to be a high value man, you got to have good social skills. Y'all know y'all lacking in social skills. Come on, man. Y'all know y'all lacking in social skills. You got to be self-motivated, or you got to understand what motivates you. Y'all don't want to recognize that. Y'all sit online all day, every day, and bash women when y'all know damn well a woman is very important to you. You're talking about, oh man, forget these women. I ain't worrying about these women. I ain't worrying about having kids. I ain't worrying about having family. But yet you gravitate towards these channels all day. You like them. You send them cash apps. You send them super things. You support their channels. You're on their Patreons. You're doing everything to support these channels that's talking about women and relationships. while you're sitting back talking about you don't care about women and relationships. And then we talk about the types of women you want. What motivates you? Are you honest about what motivates you? Are you honest about what you really like in life? What you really want out of life? Are you honest with yourself? What motivates you? See, a lot of you brothers don't want to be honest with yourself in that regard, because what motivates you, you feel like you won't get the camaraderie or you won't get the group hug if you're honest about what motivates you. And when a brother like me come along telling you, hey man, to hell with everybody else, do you, y'all get mad at me for some strange reason. You would think that my message here on YouTube would be resonating loud as a mug among men. I mean, you would think by now, man, my channel would just be all over the place, man. Y'all be subscribing and supporting and sharing it. None of that is happening because for some reason, y'all don't want the truth. Y'all don't want to face the truth. And one of the things you're in denial about is the things that actually motivate you. Take me, for example. You know, every time I'm confronted with something dealing with, you know, like making women seem like less important in my life, I check that, whether it's coming from a man or a woman. You know, one sister said that I take up for men because I'm a male. She said, I can understand that. I didn't let that slide. Like, no, why would I take up for men? I'm not gay. I'm girl crazy. You've heard me tell other dudes on video, I responded to some stuff and I said, man, look, I know women are headaches, but give me some aspirin, some Excedrin or something, and send me where the women are. I don't want to live without women. I like women. So I'm not lying to myself about the importance of women in my life, the role they play in my life. I don't lie to myself about it. I love women. I am girl crazy. I embrace that. But a lot of you dudes sit back and y'all talk like women are insignificant at best. But yet all you do is talk about what? Women. You say you don't want a certain type of woman, right? You want a good girl. You don't want these thoughts. But then all you sit there and look at online, on Instagram, on Twitter is what? Thoughts. See, y'all not honest about what motivates y'all because y'all are afraid to be your own man. You know, and that's where the self-awareness come in at. Instead, you know, you are self-aware. You are aware of the image that you want to portray. But you don't want to be honest with yourself about the person that you actually are. And that's what self-awareness actually means. Understanding who you are. Understanding your limitations. Understanding your taste. Understanding your likes and dislikes. This is what it means. So then you go to the next one, empathy. Man, you dudes like that. You dudes like that. Now again, this is not my sayings. This is the sayings from the dude with the website called Power Moves. Let me go back to him again so y'all can see this. This is not Brother Kush making this up. This is a dude that actually makes a lot of money selling y'all this information. Where the X at? This is a dude that makes a lot of money selling y'all the information. You see him here? He got the B School with Maria Forleo. Wow. Boy. You know, I guess he reviewing it, you know what I'm saying? He got another thing here, how to become a high-power alpha male, 10 steps to success. I'm going to break that down also, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to discuss that because, you know, truth be told, I doubt if dude could qualify for a real alpha male, but hey, man, you know, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? To each his own. He's a dude that's very successful at teaching these courses and everything. He charges a lot of money for this information, and people pay him. So I'm using him because this concept comes from men like him, believe it or not. All of these concepts, MGTOW, red pill, manosphere, high value men, all of these concepts come from men just like him. So, you know, we're going to let him be the leader of this, and I'm going to piggyback off it, and I'm going to analyze what he said. And once again, in case you just came in, the first thing he mentioned was emotional intelligence. That's where he started. So this is where we start, right? So we had empathy. We know you dudes have no empathy. Oh man, y'all hope every pookie would just get murked in the streets in the most violent manner. You know what I'm saying? If y'all was judges, y'all would give these dudes 1,000 years for stealing a pack of bubble gum. Y'all have no empathy. Y'all don't care about the reality of the environment that Pookie comes from under. Y'all don't care about what them people go through, or the social engineering programs that they are fighting against. The same ones that you are basically giving into, you know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to fight against it. You have capitulated to it. So, I mean, but y'all don't care about this. You have no empathy whatsoever. And that brings you to the next one, social skills. Come on, man. Y'all dudes are lacking in social skills. Y'all can't even respect individuals online. I just did a video talking about the rise of the angry men. Y'all can't even respect people. Quick to curse people out for being different. Hope that something happened to them because they're not like you. Want everybody to live like you. You have horrible social skills. Come on, man. This is not my list. Again, this is the white boy that got the master's degree and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? He's a member of the American Psychology Association and all this shit. This is the one who sells books, gives seminars and all. This is his saying. I'm only reviewing it and breaking it down. And I'm agreeing with him. In fact, I agree with his list, not the order of his list, but I don't have a problem with his list. It's logical. It's logical. I may say some things differently, but it's logical. But I'm going to break his list down in these next few videos. I'm going to talk about his list. I'm not going to even get into me. Him. So your social skills are wanting. And that's being polite. That's being polite. You don't become an incel with good social skills. You don't end up by yourself lonely with good social skills. Come on, people. Come on, man. I'm not saying nothing that's out of line here. You don't end up lonely or incel with good social skills. It just don't happen, my brother. People with good social skills have at least friends with benefits. Many of them. People like them. If not like them, they respect them. But when you have poor social skills, you basically isolate yourself from everybody because all you do is clash with people when you meet them. Because they don't live the way you think they live. You come at everybody from some position of self-righteousness and some high position of believe moral authority, and you look down on everybody and you criticize everybody. You got something nasty to say about everybody. You hate women. You hate Pookie. You hate being black. You hate the hood. You hate too much. And you make yourself unattractive. A high value man is an attractive man. And not just attractive physically, but the more people get to know him, the more people will like him. He's that kind of attractive. They might see him and think that he's not all that handsome looking. I don't think he look all that good. But the more they talk to him, the more they are around him, the more they get to like him, because all of this brings people into your orbit. When you are self-aware, when you have proper motivation, when you have empathy for your fellow human beings, when you have good social skills, and then you learn to regulate it all. You learn to control it all, including yourself. This brings people into your orbit. Oh, y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all ain't hearing me. Again, that's not my list. That's his list. They embrace change. Being conservative by definition is anti-change. Look it up. And a lot of you dudes in the red pill / manosphere / MGTOW / IPMOR / type community, y'all have conservative mindsets. Even you pro-black dudes, y'all have conservative mindsets, which means y'all do not like change. But this is what the people say. This is not my stuff. You're reading the website right there. This is not me saying this. The number one thing is that an emotionally intelligent person will embrace change. Y'all don't embrace change. The next thing they have is a strong sense of self-awareness. We talked about that, right? We talked about that. But this is going to have this is where the confidence and stuff come in at. You know what I'm saying? Let's touch on it a little bit. A lot of dudes think I be arrogant or cocky. No, I'm not. I've had dudes tell me that, why you brag about your street life? How is it bragging if I'm telling you my personal experiences? See, don't be mad at me because I have stories to tell and you have none. Don't be mad at me because I got off the porch and took chances in life. While you sat in the safety of a school and everything, hoping that everything just fall in line for you in a perfect way while you took no risk. I went out there, got shot, I got stabbed, been imprisoned. I took my chances. So when I talk about that, that is not bragging. When I tell you the character that these experiences have built up in me, that's not me being arrogant or boastful or nothing. That's self-awareness. I know when I'm cut from because I've been challenged. See, you've never sat in a courtroom, listened to federal agents lie on you, trying to give you 1,000 years and 10 plus, asking you to tell on somebody, give them an enemy or a friend, and you tell them I'd rather go do death. I'd rather go sit in the being for the rest of my life if I tell y'all anything. I know when I'm made out of because I've been tested. You never stood down a barrel of guns, dudes banging at you. You don't take out running. You wait for a clearance, you come out, you bang back. I know what I'm cut from because I've been tested. That is a self-awareness now that I have about myself. But now it's also the reason why I walk away so easily from drama. It's also the reason why I try my best to avoid drama. Because I know what I'm capable of. Do you know what you're capable of? That's the question. I know how far I can go, but how far can you go? That's the question. So this is self-awareness, my brothers. This is self-awareness. Let's go. Show empathy towards others. We discussed that already. Y'all had none of that. They pursue progress, not perfection. What do I say all the time on my channel? Y'all looking for perfection in these women. It don't exist that way because what you have, your idea of perfection is a fantasy. How about just going through the process? Is this not what I say? Go through the process of life. And every step is progression. Every step is a progression. As you go through the process, you are making progress. It's not about everything being exactly the way you want it. It's about just going through the journey. Embrace the journey of life. That's what I've always done. And that's how I continue to live. So I don't seek perfection. I just embrace the experience. Every step I take is a learning experience. If I go 2 steps forward, get knocked back down, then I learn from it. That's still progress. So I know what not to do now. I try something different. If I get knocked down that way, that's progress. Because now I know don't do that again. And that's how you live life. It's not about perfection. There is no perfection because everything that's within the natural law is perfect as it is. Y'all ain't hear me. Y'all ain't hear me. They have balanced lives. In other words, we don't work. We also have some fun. We know how to lay back and just chill. We know how to relax. We know how to find time for the things that you like personally. We know how to also deal with our loved ones. When I had the kids around, it was a balancing thing. I was juggling, but I did it. I found time for everybody. I had 3 wives, 4 outside chicks, 5 children. I had 5 biological kids, and I was taking care of another 3 children. My nephews, and one of my girls had a child. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking care of buku children. I got a little army in here. 3 wives, 4 other girls, buku children, and I managed all of it. I had a balanced life. and I still had time for Kush. Once a year, this is a real story, and my wives will tell you this, man. My wife that's still with me, she'll tell you this, or any woman that was with me. Once a year, I would take a week, sometime around the November time, around the Thanksgiving time, right? I would take a week, and I would play one video game till I finished it. I would play it I would work and play a game. During this week, my wives knew I was off limits. My girls knew I was off limits. My kids would still come over and everything, but they did their own thing, right? But during this week, I would play a video game. Just 1 week, not 2 weeks, not 3, 1 week. I would play a video game. I would have games in packs that I bought throughout the year that's sitting in the wrappers, never opened. I wouldn't open them until I'm ready to play it. Some games would sit in the package 3-4 years before I got around to playing it, because I only play video games 1 week out of the year. That was my balance for my life. Then I had my personal stuff. I had my spiritual stuff. I had my studies. Well-balanced life, bro. Busy as hell, but I was well-balanced. A lot of y'all have nothing going on in your life. You go to work, you come home, and you get on the internet and you hate. And you express anger. That is your life. And this is the problem. You need more to life. You need to do more in life. Come on, man. This is, say, bro, this is teaching here, man. Y'all don't want to hear this stuff, but this is teaching. Another thing is, they're curious and eager to learn. Man, y'all hate new information. Oh, y'all gonna hate me on this one. Yeah, I'm about to lose about 100 subscribers. Y'all know y'all can't stand learning, because I've been trying to teach you something new the whole time I've been here, and y'all reject it. Don't want to hear it. You are not interested in learning nothing from a man like me, although I am the kind of man you should be learning from. Because everything I'm going to tell you comes from my personal experience. You're getting first primary source information with me, not theory. Not theory. First primary source information. But I can't get y'all to want to listen to me. You don't want to hear something. I tell you all the time, listen sometime to what these women say. Go study something. I mean, I'm not too big on reading anymore. I've read a lot of books. But the truth of the matter is, as I've grown in wisdom and understanding, man, it's just that information out here is just tricky, man. You really can't trust no information. So you got to go on your guard senses. You know what I'm saying? What do you actually know to be true? The only thing that you know to be true is what you actually experience. You can take the experiences of others, including myself, you can put it in the back of your head in your database, and when you see the circumstances arise, then you could dig back there and pull it forward. Then you'll realize that I told you the truth. But until then, you don't have to even believe I told you the truth. Just take it and leave it. You know what I'm saying? Just take it and leave it in the back of your head. But the only thing you know to be true is what you experience. That's it. That's it. So outside of that, you really have no real knowledge. So you need to get out there and learn by way of experience. I tell you all the time, I hear y'all say all this stuff about in the red pill community about what women want. And I say it all the time. It contradicts reality. What you say is contradicted by reality. If you just go out somewhere and walk through a mall, you will see that your beliefs are not being supported by reality. And instead of you accepting what you see in the real world, you'll reject that, pretend like you never seen it, and you'll go back online and believe what these clowns tell you on YouTube. Oh, y'all ain't hear me. They are grateful for what they have. How many times have y'all heard Brother Kush sit on this YouTube channel and tell y'all, this is not about money for me, I am content. I am not doing well financially by no means. Not like I had money before, twice. You know what I'm saying? I've had money. So I know what it's like. I'm not living like that. And I'm not even sitting here trying to front like I'm living like that, because I don't care. I am proud to be a pro-righteous teacher. I embrace that. That's not an insult to me. That's a badge of honor. I'm proud of that, bruh. Because I can't be bought. I won't sit here and tell y'all what y'all want to hear just so y'all can subscribe to my channel and give me a paycheck and throw me some super chats and some super things. I won't do that. I could easily come on here and just become another dude doing what y'all want them to do. I could play that game. Because truth be told, I know how messed up black women are. I'm not delusional. I'm not in denial. I know how messed up they are. The difference is I'm empathetic towards them. I understand how they got that way. Let me back this shit up. I understand how they got that way. Right here, I'm empathetic towards them. I don't hate them because I know what produced them like that. What circumstances they were under that created them to be that caused them to be that way. That's what I was trying to say. I understand what created them. And it's the same thing that created the Pookie. That's why I don't hate him. It's the same thing. Yeah, I was a street dude, but I was never a Pookie. You know, the dudes y'all talk about, I was never like that. We just wasn't cut from that cloth. We were gangsters, man, but we were very civilized. You know what I'm saying? We carried ourselves well, bro. We was never like that. But that's not the point. I don't hate them dudes because I know the circumstances and situations under the system that caused them to be like they are. So I could sit here and bash Pookie and bash the hood chick and bash black women in general, but I won't do it. I won't do it. I know that's the golden ticket to getting money from y'all, but I won't do it because I can't be bought. My integrity means more to me, man, than money. I am content. I'm grateful for what I have, and you know, it is what it is. I'm grateful for the experiences I've already had in life. I don't need to go no further in life. I've done me. I've had me. I've had a good life. I've had a good run. I should have made these words a little big. I just realized how small it is. Should have bigged it up. But let me move on. They express themselves assertively. Now, is that not Brother Kush? See, I'm not around this bitch. I might stumble to find a word, but I ain't stumbling because I'm unsure what I'm trying to say. I know exactly what I'm trying to say, and I know what I mean. I mean what I say, and I say what the I mean. You know, I'm not playing games, man. I'm a straight shooter. I'm very assertive about what I say. I mean, I say what I say. I do what I do. I am what I am. And the last one, they're receptive to feedback. How many times have I been attacked in my comment section and I didn't get angry? How many of you women have gave me credit for not ripping your head off because you disagree with me? For not attacking you because you didn't like something I said? How many women have tried to come in here and actually curse me out or say some slick shit to me, and all I do is sidestep and say, I'm gonna ignore that? How many men have came attack me and all I do is talk? I don't even bother getting into the low-level insults with you. I just talk about the topic because I'm receptive to feedback. I'm not tripping off you hating on me because I know that comes from a place of ignorance. See, that's the thing. I know when you try to diss me, that's because you really have no argument against what I said. So you try to reduce it. Or when you say something dumb or try to fall back on religion, see, these are scapegoats. These are scapegoats. I'm not about to argue belief with you, bro. You got that. But how many times have I said that? Well, I'm not going to argue your beliefs. And I leave it alone because I am receptive to feedback, man. These are the traits. These are not my traits. These are the people y'all respect. This has come from the academic community. You see what it is. 9 characteristics of emotionally intelligent people. I don't know why they got a sister and a white girl there because they the least emotionally intelligent, but that's another topic. You know what I'm saying? But this is not from me. This is from them. All I'm doing is showing you what it is. I'm explaining what they can't because I understand this stuff. I understand it. So I'm going to end on that one, bro. The first one this dude came up with for the high value man. Shall I go back to that one more time so y'all can see that before we close out? Yeah, let's go back to that. let's go back to that one more time so y'all can see that before we close out. Emotionally intelligent. That's number one. So the first thing that they said was that the high value man must be emotionally intelligent. And I just took 30 minutes walking you through all of the elements, all of the characteristics of a man, of emotional intelligence that a man must master somewhat so that he can start his journey to become a high value man. What I do respect about this little dude is that he did make that number one. Some of the other stuff is out of order, but he made that number one. He dealt with the self first. And for that, I have to give him mad props. He dealt with self first because he should have dealt with self first. So that's not a bad thing to do. So there you go. Not my list, his list. You see it. I'm just explaining it. So the next thing we're going to get into in the next video is going to be number 2. Let me get to the numbers here. Number 2 is he has a purpose. So on that note, I'm gonna end it there. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to receive notification when I drop more videos. You want to throw me a few bones? Hit me up at Venmo at theblackalpha.com, cashapp at theblackalpha.com, PayPal at realblackalpha@gmail.com. So people, my brothers, my sisters, I know y'all enjoyed this, man. This is real stuff here, man. You know what I'm saying? I know people want to hate it, man, but look, this the real deal here, bro. Everything this guy just said, everything the academic community said is what I always harp on. For me, that's the end of what it takes to be a high value man. That's the end of it. For me, that would be my lecture. Everything dealing with the self. I wouldn't go no further than that. I wouldn't go no further than that. For me, the value of a man comes from within. Like Manly P. Hall said in Secret Teachings of All Ages. Y'all need to look that up. Secret Teachings of All Ages. Manly P. Hall. Read that introduction where he said the quality of a man in a natural environment, a natural world, the quality of a man is judged by the character of his thinking. That's it. That's it. For me, it stops there. It starts within here and it stops there. Because none of this stuff I can achieve or acquire out here makes me a high value man. My value as a man comes from within here. My value as a father comes from within here. My value as a husband comes from within here. My value as a black man comes from within here. My value as a human being comes from within here. And so does yours. That's high teaching there, my brothers. That's high teaching. I'm out of here. I'm Brother Kush, a.k.a. the Black Alpha. Masalam.